Okay guys, so that was the radio station. I thought I'd start the vlog from here right now, which is the end of the session that I did this morning. Brilliant morning this morning. Started off with a little bit of actually cold, but the sun's come out, which is so nice. Had a couple more difficulties and challenges with the digital broadcast, which is highly annoying because I know a lot of you that are following me would have loved to have heard that program. Would have to speak to some of the technicians and of course the minds behind setting up the whole digital broadcasting and how that works. But you know, week 2, hopefully we'll get the bugs ironed out by week 3. I did have some of my friends listen via the radio, and of course the radio was great, but the digital was where it needed to be. And again, whilst I'm disappointed, you know, can't cry over spilt milk, and hopefully week 3 we'll have that digital broadcast for you. So going home now, do a bit more painting and admin work, and of course I've got a portrait to finish, a whole day tomorrow, and today's Saturday by the way, and hopefully I'll get that done because I'm super excited to get that portrait down to the wonderful man who's commissioned it, and I can't wait for him to see it. And again, I haven't told you guys about it because we have agreed for me to release the portrait directly to my portrait sitter first before I actually release it on social media. So you got to stay tuned for that one. But yeah, that should be really, really cool. Okay, in the car I go, and we'll get some things before I get home. Good morning, you are listening to 92.5 FM with the Art Gangster, live from the Studio Barrel, from the Barrel Studios. My apologies, my brain's going a little bit weird this morning as I was driving, and of course looking at the beautiful grey clouds, the yellow greys, the blue greys, the pink greys. Now that is totally an artist's dream, driving into work this morning. The songs you just heard, of course, were from Elisa Cara, Scars to Your Beautiful, my absolute favourite, Neo, Kanita, and an oldie, I say oldie, but of course a song from the 90s by the M People. Now of course we're talking about this morning living our dream, and the definitions of living our dream has to have a balanced foundation. I think there are 2 factors that will be present. Number 1 is the joy, you celebrating your achievements. Number 2, the failures, of course, but I see that as you learning about your determination, your courage and your fortitude. So of course living our dream has to encompass all of those elements, and when we're looking at all those elements, it is all about trusting in our capabilities. Now dreams of course come with dead ends. Some ideas might not work and failure perhaps might be probable, but what is important to know is that they only appear in order to guide you to the direction to which you have set forth. I've always loved the saying, failure knocked at my door, courage answered, and no one was there. Before you climb the dream mountain, remember your starting point will be at the foot of the valley. And before we continue with our song choices this morning, here's a quick content warning, kids. Now, one of my favorite songs, of course, in terms of when we talk about dreams and living our dream, is from a wonderful young woman called Alma, and this is one of my other favorite songs that I like to listen to in my art studio, and it's called Chasing Home. Good morning, Southern Highlands. What an electric morning it is. Thank you for listening to 92.5 FM. Sunshine is breaking through the clouds. I see some golfers out playing a wonderful game of golf. And of course, I'm dreaming of my chai latte, which I am going to have in about an hour and a half. Now this morning, of course, I'm talking about dreams, and I hope you guys are thinking about what is it that will give you or create your dreams. And of course, some of the songs that you were listening this morning were songs from Lifehouse, Dua Lipa, David Guetta featuring Justin Bieber, Sia, and of course Paloma Faith. Now I have found that entering the unknown in terms of when we're creating a dream has been the greatest adventure of my life. Important lessons have been learned beyond any half-baked description that I could ever provide you. Now in every step I found that what was necessary was of course courage. And despite pain and fear, with courage you still are able to walk forward. And what better way to begin the second half of this morning's broadcast than with some high energy dance beats. And of course, none other than one of my favorites is Bruno Mars, Locked Out of Heaven.